In today's video, we visit Boise, Idaho, State Capitol of the state of Idaho in October of 2020. I show you how I make coffee in my TRAVATO GL. No generator necessary because I have a Volta lithium equipped TRAVATO. We take Luke for a catwalk. He trees a squirrel. I show you how I overnight at a Harvest Host golf location. I show you rig positions and how to get Wi-Fi at the public library from outside the building in my rig. And I have a special bonus at the end. Stay tuned, let's roll. Thanks for tuning in today, really appreciate that. My name is Scott, I'm your host. Welcome to Go Small, Live Large, YouTube channel dedicated to the RV, the Class B van RV lifestyle in particular. What we do here is we collectively learn, we share together, and then you decide what's best for you. Although I've been full-time in my rig for nearly 2 years, since October 2019, I don't know everything. Really familiar with the van, really familiar with the Volta lithium ion system, but there's a lot of things I still don't know about RVing. Some of you are shopping, some of you are part-time, some of you have been full-time way longer than I have. And again, what we do here is we learn, we share, so we get to be better RVers. Today, I just want to show you what 24 hours of van life looks like. Again, in fall 2020, Boise, Idaho. Cover a lot of stuff. Let's roll into each component now. What is Luke looking at? What is Luke looking at? Ducks. Where are we? So for the first half of the day, we're going to stay in this park. This is the Ann Albertson and Morrison Park. Very famous park in Boise, Idaho. It's huge. That's a good place for me to have the door open for Luke to get out. I'm going to do some work. Look at this park. Beautiful, crisp fall morning. Not a bad office cubicle view, right? Part of setting up is making coffee. So I have the inverter on. You can see that by the microwave being on. And this is, of course, where I store my coffee. I use instant. It just is easier. I like diner style coffee, so I'm not too picky. So what I do is simply plug this in. This is the hot water kettle. Get it going. Open this up so you can see the ducks. Ducks. I need a new plant. Somehow I managed to kill this one. Let's get a cup. And we'll just wait for that to heat. You do have to understand that the magic that's happening right now is that I'm sitting at the duck pond in a public park making coffee, which doesn't sound overly extraordinary, right? Except because I have a Volta system, I have no generator. If I had a traditional RV generator, what I would have to do is start it on the control panel right here and then actually wait for about a minute for it to spin up to enough speed to create enough electricity to operate the hot water kettle. Because I have Volta, turn the inverter on, instantly I have 110 volt service at that outlet and all of the outlets in absolute silence. And that is what needs to be understood. If I didn't have that, I would have the traditional generator, which would be like a lawnmower running under the floor right now. And wouldn't that noise just be lovely? A lawnmower running instead of this. Silence. So with the inverter on, making coffee, gonna get the big music going, charge my devices, and that's why we roll with Volta. And what is this we're looking at? Well, those would be breakfast burritos made in my TRAVATO. If you haven't seen that video, you want to check it out because in the same amount of time it takes to spin up a traditional RV generator, I actually have them cooked and ready to go. These are so yummy, so delicious. Yeah, check out that video. But again, what I'm doing is just working, looking out the view. So is Luke. And it's just all part of a Workday in a TRAVATO GL, Boise, Idaho. Being productive today, which is awesome. Out for a catwalk. Luke has one squirrel treed. And there's another right here. And the first crook on the right of that tree. Luke, let's get that squirrel. All the while carefully avoiding the goose poop. And then coming out of the tree area, look what we see here. There's a fellow TRAVATO person, Kay, floor plant. Fellow TRAVATO owners right there. We're van's empty. Shades were down. This guy's, the dog's inside. I don't see any activity either. This looks like a self-made sprinter. A couple of surfboards on top. Solar. Very cool. I can drop each of those a card saying nice van. So having left the park, in front of us is the state capital of Idaho. We're gonna be visiting that later. But what I want to do is show you this. So after a day of running the volta gauge, or the volta system and the inverter on, I'm at 80% state of charge. So we've consumed about 10% in about a 6-hour period without moving. And now we are moving. So I expect, I've got about a 20-minute drive to our harvest hose site. And I expect to get that to up to 90% or greater, which is awesome. And that's, again, kind of how I roll, is I go to someplace cool for the day. Maybe it's sightseeing, like the state capitol. We're gonna be doing that, or just sitting at the park, enjoying the view, the ducks, letting Luke run around and being productive. So I'm about a half mile from the Harvest Host golf course camp spot for the night. And as always, they are not in terrible neighborhoods. Pretty funny.
At the stop sign, turn left onto North Turnberry Way, then turn right onto West Harbor Point Drive.
So when I called to make my Harvest Host reservation, they said to park on the west side, far west side of the parking lot, which is okay by me. And I'm guessing I'd like to park there. We'll do that. Luke, what do you think? Yes, tough day for Luke. So I parked here as they requested, the clubhouse. So what I'd like to do is go check in right away with the pro shop. Dean was a gentleman that I spoke with. They have a kind of the bar and grill inside, which is up until 9, he said, which is amazing. I'm hoping they have good Wi-Fi so I can go in there and do some work and make some videos for you. Get those uploaded. Oh my goodness. Let's go check it out. Okay, so just checked in, not a problem. Marie, really friendly. They do require you to play some golf, put some balls into the lake, or buy some food and beverage, so no problem with me. I'm ready to eat. They have Wi-Fi, which is awesome, and air conditioning. It is kind of tempting just to put a bunch of balls into the water. Any of you guys golfers? Gals, golfers? That's why I love this Harvest Host program, so amazing. And this is the 19th hole, as it's affectionately called. No one's in here, everybody's out on the patio, which is okay. Oh. Hello, Luke. It's that time of day. Supper? Luke? Yes, sir. Got the big yawn. Okay. This will get his attention. This is where I store the cat food. Uh-oh. Already getting the paw. Oh. Let's see. Tonight? Oh, yes, sir. Tonight, Luke is going to have beef. Supper? Okay. Supper for Luke. That is a beef feast. That'll keep him busy for about 3 minutes. He inhales fancy feast. And it's time for me to inhale mine. So I'm gonna grab my iPad and jump into the 19th hole there, have a burger and a beverage, and make a pretty mean burger here. And a nice glass of chili Bach, local Bach, which is awesome. Highly recommend this. Bar tab, everything all together, just like 20 bucks, pretty cheap. Look at this sunset.
There's a lot of colors. I don't know.
It's spectacular. I'm guessing there's just a little bit of smoke in the air.
Colors, only feeling blue.
While I was busy admiring the sunset, I stepped outside because I'm going to move my rig just a little bit, only to find this
To get you through them maze.
full moon popping up.
The dreams are not the same for me. Standing by the shore while you're on the open sea.
Full moon. One thing I actually do now is keep a journal on full moon. So full moon rise, I log where I was, what I was doing, and any special notes.
There are a lot of voices.
So what I realized as it got a little bit darker is that these street lights are pretty garish. And what I'm going to do is actually back the van up. I'm going to point the cab at the tree right here, so I'm out of the glare of the street lights, and gives me a slight bit more privacy because I don't want to raise my windshield blind tonight. Let's try that. So rather than looking at that, which produces light inside the cab, now we're looking at this, which I think is better. A slight bit more privacy. I'll probably close this blind here. Oh, well, hello, sir. What do you have to say? Yeah. I'm going to close the blind there, but I like this better. I'm not sticking out any further into the parking lot, and I'll be out here somewhat early in the morning, so it's all good. Well, good morning, beautiful people. Cleaned up, made some coffee, getting ready to do a little business here. Let's step outside and see what's going on. Wow. I just love this part of the day. You step out of your little cocoon, space capsule, escape vehicle, and you step into nature. Crisp fall morning, spectacular sunset coming up. A few golfer cars in the parking lot. Harvest Host Site, Lakeview, thank you so much. Just a delightful place to call home for the night. All right, as we finish securing the cabin, and if you haven't seen my video on that, you'll want to check out the 17 or so checkpoints that I do when I secure the cabin. This being one of them: lock the bathroom door, go through, touch all the buttons, make sure that they are actually closed, make sure that the locks on the fridge and freezer are done, everything's stowed. That is all looking good. And with that, we are off to the Meridian Public Library to do some business. They open up about 45 minutes from now. Not exactly sure what their status is of being inside, but let's, it's about an 8-minute drive. Let's go. Hey, if you're getting anything out of this, I sure would appreciate a thumb up. Helps people know and me know, lets YouTube know that you like that. Comment below. And this makes sense to you? Questions do you have? And of course, subscribe. Luke would love to have your subscription to help him eat more. Yes, Luke. But seriously, it'd be an honor to have you part of the channel, success of this channel by being a subscriber. Please subscribe, comment, thumb up. Thank you. Well, after peeking through the window, I don't see there's any restrictions, which is awesome. They open in about an hour unless it's 9 to 10 for the vulnerable populations only. So what I'm gonna do is actually work in the rig for the next hour. All right, so let me run you through this. This is exactly what I was hoping to find, which is Meridian Library Wi-Fi on an open network, no password, awesome. Speed, not too bad. I'll certainly take it. Ooh, that is a dirty screen, sorry guys. It is certainly suitable for what I'm doing, considering where I am. So it's about 5 download, and it's about 5 upload. So that is actually suitable for conference calls, Zoom, very much so for email, etc. Not awesome for uploading video, so I'm hoping still to sneak inside. Okay, so here's the update on the library. Good news is they're open. Good news is you can go inside. Bad news is it's for 1 hour at a time and only 1 time per week, which is interesting. Good news is they have a room that you can reserve for 3 hours in a single day. Bad news is none are available today and not available until next week. So again, this is kind of how an RVer that's managing Wi-Fi resources just needs to be aware of these things. First of all, I'm glad they're open. A lot of libraries are not open at all to the public, as my experience has been the last 3 months. I have experienced that they have a very short amount of time. Last one I was in, only let you in for 30 minutes, which is kind of an interesting time frame. They did say they have really good Wi-Fi, which I'm kind of believing because I can actually get it out here in the rig in the parking lot, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to organize my files. We're going to go inside and upload them. All right, this is kind of funny. I've actually stepped inside the library. 3 of my 4 devices need to have OS updates, so I thought I'd come in here, sit for 20 minutes, 30 maybe, and take advantage of the stronger Wi-Fi from inside the building. Turns out it's actually worse inside. So I'm going to take this great idea and go back out to the rig with our setup, because I'm getting 5 times the amount there and twice as much here. And then my iPhone, which you're looking through, is really slow compared to outside. That's why you got to have the speed test app to find out what the hell the network is doing, and you can adjust accordingly. So while this is a cool idea, unfortunately it doesn't work in this case. Who doesn't want to work from your RV anyway? Was looking for a change of scenery, and hey, I got a free mask out of the deal, so that's pretty cool. So let's pack up and go back to the rig with Luke chilling in the shade. Luke. So I've got my gear set up again here, running off about the same speed as inside. I'd much rather be in here with the mask off and all that. But my corporate conference call got rescheduled for next week, so we are going to pack this up and we're going to head to the Idaho State Capitol located in downtown Boise, and we'll update these devices later, probably at the Planet Fitness. That's kind of my plan. That's how van life is. You kind of roll with the flow, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, when I'm looking for a parking spot, this one right here is absolutely perfect. It's on the end. I can pull in from the back of the parking spot. It's in the shade, so that's ideal. And I pull forward enough to give the other car a space, but allows me to back out very easily. So a little parking tip for you there. Again, being in the shade, so critical. Just like this. That's why we love Class B. It's probably right on the line. Gotta pay the meter. Okay. Go ahead and open this window up into security mode. You can just see there's just a crack, right? Yep. So lock all 3. Air comes in. Do window 1. Window 2. And then get the fan going. This is just to exhaust. Pull cool air in. Just like that. So the great news is the sign doesn't say closed. It says wear your mask. Okay. Took 7 years to build. Let's go inside. Wow. Oh, white marble. Look at this. You want to see up? So this is really cool. Public lounge, visitors welcome. They have a nice Wi-Fi set up. No Wi-Fi password posted though. It would be awesome to do some work in here, huh? So I'll cut away for the State Capitol Wi-Fi tip. So this is a really great find, and folks, it's really one of the greatest things about RVing. Certainly solo, it forces me to meet people I might otherwise kind of pass by, dismiss. So I came into that, the lounge where folks could sit, and there was a couple folks there. One guy clearly watching a movie or something on his device, and I asked him how he got the Wi-Fi. I could see it, but I didn't know what the password was. It wasn't listed in the lounge area there. He said go down to the gift shop, basement floor, and get the Wi-Fi password. If you're in the Boise area and want some really hot Wi-Fi and want to work in a really cool location, check out the Boise State Capitol of all places. The lounge is on the second floor, the basement gift shop in the basement, and you can get some really hot Wi-Fi at no charge and be completely inspired by that state capitol. Okay, so we got the Wi-Fi password. What I'm going to do is see if it's any good, and if it is, I'm going to go get my stuff. It'll work the afternoon in the Idaho State Capitol. Let's hope it's Wi-Fi worthy. It is a van life miracle. The Wi-Fi is awesome. So I'm gonna go to the rig, which is across the street, get all my gear. There's nobody around, no security, no bag checks, which is just surprising, number one, and refreshing, number two, and bring all my gear in and go work at the visitor lounge. Is that great or what? Van life. So I hope you enjoyed that video. I had a blast making it for you. I had a blast recording. It's just kind of a typical day for me. It reminds me how special these days are when I share them with you. You can have this too. Maybe you're doing it already. Gosh, I don't know. But today what we covered was why Volta system, the pure magic that a lithium ion system allows you to have without noise and fuss of a generator, and how I use Harvest Hose. I have the traditional and the Golf membership. I recommend both. It was my #1 recommendation for 2019, may well be for 2020 as well. And we showed you a couple of different ways to get Wi-Fi. One, hoping for the public library, bombed out, found by complete accident by meeting a stranger that the Boise State Capitol has amazing free Wi-Fi, one inspirational place to work. So if you got something out again, thumb up, comment, subscribe. It'd be an honor to have you part of the success of this channel. Until we see you soon, I wish you to journey on. Let's go. Walk. Let's go for a walk, Luke.
Call me out, tiger. Call me out, why don't you love? Lift me up higher above the clouds, won't you love?